Welcome to CeeCee's Creations family, where we take our messes and we turn them into successes. Too much? Look what I got! I finished my scarf! Hello, it's Mickey Monday, April 28th. There he is. And it's a very, very gorgeous day. I can do this. Did you have a good weekend? I did. I relaxed, actually. I relaxed and then I got sick again. So eggs and cheese with me are no more. I think it's both of them together. That's not right because I can eat fried eggs with toast. So, but when I, for some reason, make scramble or an omelette, I always put cheese, and I think that's the combination of the two does not agree with me. So I was sick again last night. Oops, it happens. So today I don't have a ton of things to show you, but I have finally finished my scarf, my silk scarf. I just fixed the colors, so I've been ironing for a little bit now, and I have to wait 72 hours to before washing it to make the bumpy black lines disappear. What an experience. And you'll see what I'm talking about in the intro when I talk about messes. I got eager at one point and decided to add more water to the border, and the whole thing just bled into the white part in the middle. So I've had to be very creative. And I fixed it. I'm just now seeing some of the spots that I've missed, but I figured out a way to fix it. Now, this scarf, if you were to see the original design that we were given, you would have said, did you follow the same class? It doesn't look anything like the one that we were given. We were given a giant poster and we put it underneath the frame, and then we traced with that liquid called Gutta, G-U-T-T-A. By blvd. And the thing is large. It's 3 by 3, so of course you can't, to reach in the middle is very awkward because you're kind of like bent over, and also because you can't really put any pressure on the silk because it is stretched on a frame, but it's not really all that super solid, and you don't want to break the silk where it is hooked to the frame. So you kind of have to go very carefully and draw straight lines. Yeah, right, but that's not gonna happen for me. So I went with my doodling style. This is my interpretation of what we were given in class. I was able to turn the mess that I made towards the middle and some of the ink that bled, and turn them into something that's very doodly, and it's me. You know, it's totally me. So the trick to be very successful at silk painting is to delimit your lines very well, not to have any open areas, because whatever paint you will put in that area will bleed into the other one. And also, while you're painting, you do need a wet brush, but if you put either too much paint or too much water, the liquid will jump over that little the barrier that you just laid down with the Gutta, and you will have colors bleeding into each other. And this is what happened to me in quite a few places. And I will stop babbling and I will show you my process for the scarf, and I'll be right back. I just finished painting the scarf, and I do apologize for the lighting. It is not the best. I've done that on my kitchen table, actually. My setup. I don't know if you're familiar with this gizmo, but I forget what it's called. I think it's Rinse Away or something like that. I love this thing. See, the water is red right now because I just finished putting the magenta on the scarf. And if you press that button, the water escapes in that vessel underneath, and then the fresh water comes in and will fill up right to the top part here. So sometimes you need to flush more than once. But let's say I were to flush again, and I would get clean water. This is awesome if you're doing watercolor, because you always have clean water, or something like this. These are silk paints, but they're water soluble. Right now, I just finished the border, and it is just starting to dry. As you can see, I have some patches here where it went over the gutta, which is the stuff here that you put to delimit the colors. So I made kind of like an ombre effect with yellow and magenta, which I absolutely love. I have a lot of bleeding, like here, for instance. This is not supposed to be, but I'm going to fix that with the gutta. I'm going to give you like a final look once I'm done, but I just wanted to give you look at the progress. I've showed you a couple of weeks ago how it looked when I came back home with it, and took me about 2 hours and a half to finish what I had to finish. See here, that's like major here too, but I will fix that. I will fix that. And here I was missing 3 components. So I applied some color, and then I'm going to do some more swirls in these circles here. But that's it. Whoops, I almost fell. I'm really happy that I'm done. It makes me happy. All right, I'm back at my work table. I just showed you how I finished the scarf, and it's drying right now, but I'm left over with these little pots with these awesome colors of paint, because you can't use the paint right off the container. It has a little spout, so you can't really pick up the color from the actual containers. So I put the paints in these little shot glasses, and I don't want to, I can't put them back. It's too tough to put back. So I'm going to wet a page here in my doodle journal, and I'm going to slap on that all that good color, and that will create a background for a future doodle. So I'm just going to wet the surface kind of unevenly. I'm not really thinking about it too much. I'm just leaving a border without the water. And I'm going to start with that yellow orangey color. Add some splashes here and there. Oh, this is so yummy. Then I have magenta. Seriously, this is so much fun, guys. Oh, look at this. Look at this moire effect. Isn't that awesome? Okay, let me rinse my water. A lot of red and yellow in there, so I want to get rid of that. Okay, then I'm going to grab the turquoise. I'm sorry, guys. As you can tell, it doesn't take me much to get excited. This is so much fun. Wow, look at that. I don't want to create mud though, so let's see here. I'm just going to add a bit of water. See where that takes it. I have no idea what I'm going to do with that, but it'll be interesting to say the least. Ooh, I have purple here. Okay. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Let's see if I can make the colors dance a little bit. Oh, I have to zoom in on this. You guys have to see this. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I don't want it too dark, so I'm just going to take a paper towel and just remove some of that excess water. Oh, this is so fun. I wonder what I'll make with that. You guys have any suggestions? Oh, wow. It's ink, I think. I have to read the bottle. Okay, here's the bottle. Yeah, it's obviously not paint. It's made by d.d.o. So it's water soluble. Water-based colors can be mixed together, stir before using, resistant to washing after 5 minutes of fixing with an iron. Awesome! Alright. Okay, I made a boo-boo. See all this? This is major bleeding. I'm so upset. What happened is I went over the border that I had already worked through with this big fat brush soaking with water. Duh. I should have known. Anyways, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the black and I'm going to outline these spots and make them work inside the design or into the design. And we'll see how it comes out. So to be continued. Okay. So here's how I fixed the spillage. It's not perfect, but at least it looks as if it's intentional as opposed to a big mess. So for instance, if you see here, I corrected the overspill by adding a black border. So wherever I saw the ink running, like here for instance, I delimited it with the black gouda or gutta. I don't know how you pronounce this. So that's it. I'm gonna let that dry and I'm gonna have to heat set this with an iron. And then I'll have to wash it and hope for the best. So as you can see, I've had some trials, I've made some errors, but I won. I have a scarf that I am proud of. It might not be the scarf that was supposed to be, but it is mine. I'm happy with it. I probably won't wear it because it's not the type of scarves that I wear. I like long scarves. I don't like square scarves, so I will probably hang that in my next studio when I move. But I like it. I like the colors. They make me happy. I also made a mistake in one of the colors. I bought the wrong paint, so when I got home and I applied that paint, it was totally wrong, so I've had to go over it. So there's a few areas that are not completely coordinating with the other, and that's fine. I'm good with it. I'm very proud of myself to have finished it. Because I have a tendency to start things and sometimes not always finish them. So, and a big project like this requires a lot of attention. And that is it. That's it. That was part of my weekend. It took me a while to work on this, so I had a few errands to run, so I wasn't able to create, but I did organize quite a bit. I had a lot of paperwork to do as well, so, you know, things like that need to be done. Before I go, I just want to mention one thing. My friend Judy, who has reached out to me a few months ago, and we've been emailing back and forth, so she's my cyber friend. Hey Judy. I know she watches. She pegged exactly what I was trying to say with just a few words, what I was trying to say last week when I was talking about forget the imperfections, create for yourself. You know, as long as you're happy with your work, that is the important thing. And she wrote, create for yourself and share it with others. And I thought that was like bang on. I love that quote. I think it's going to become my mantra because it's so true and it's just so it's perfect. It's short and sweet, and it describes everything that I am striving for and that I want to communicate to you. So thank you, Judy. Tomorrow I'll probably be back with some cards to show you, and a very unusual way to make my cards. I think one that I will probably keep doing because it's a lot of fun. So I want to share that with you. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I will see you later. Bye!